Morning YouTube friends, Jamie VSG. This is probably going to be a longer video. I have a lot of stuff to share with you this week. So let's start with the numbers, get that out of the way first. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery 34 weeks ago. I weighed in at 300 pounds exactly on my home scale that morning on December 12th, 2013. I initially met with my bariatric surgeon in end of July of 2013, so over a year ago, and I weighed in at 317.6 with him then. Last week I weighed, let me check here, 203.8, and this morning I weighed 202.8, so I've lost 1 pound this week, which is fine. Slow and steady is fine with me at this point. I'm getting real close to Wonderland, which is exciting. Getting real close to being 100 pounds down since surgery, which is also really exciting. But I've been really doing a lot of hard work this last week fitness-wise, so I'm not surprised that I don't have huge number losses on the scale because I've been really pushing myself with strength training and with running and with starting to do some cycling and also learning how to swim, and I'll talk about all of that in a little bit. Okay, so that's done. New hair growth, finally. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see all these little guys? But what I don't like is that it's like all really ashy gray colored, especially the ones up here in the front. They're all like, I don't know if you can see them or not. There's all these little tiny new hairs, so that's kind of exciting. Also dropped another size in pants. None of my 16s are fitting anymore. They literally can pull right over my hips when they're buttoned now. So please, if any of you have size 14 pants that you no longer need, send them my way, please. I'll pay for shipping. I'll pay you for them because I really have been looking at like Goodwill and Salvation Army and all the different resale shops, and it seems like there are never any size 14s. 16s I had no problem finding. 14s, not so much. So, like I said, if any of you have some that you no longer need, send them my way, please. I'm at my 128th workout for the year, so that means I'm almost close to another body shot. Every 10 I do my measurements in my body shot, so you'll be seeing another one of those coming soon. Other fun thing, my husband finally is on board with eating right and exercising. He kind of regrets that he didn't get on board sooner. He's seeing all this progress I've been making and is kind of kicking himself. But I think he's lost about 30 pounds on his own since I've had surgery, just kind of from seeing what I've been doing and adapting some of the things. He started walking every morning, just quick 15-minute walk, which is great for him. That's about all the time he can really devote to it at this time. So small changes that you can stick with, that's the way to go. I'm pretty proud of him for doing that. We still have our days hit or miss where some days are better, some days are not. So, but we're working through it. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that, but it is what it is. Another real cool thing that I'm proud of is that on Tuesday, today's Thursday, but 2 days ago, I was able to run an entire hour without stopping. So I ran, I think it was 5.3 miles in an hour without stopping because I am training for a triathlon. I was really inspired by VSG Kate's losing weight, her video that she made about her mini tri, her sprint one that she did. I had been thinking about doing a triathlon pretty much since beginning of July. We went down to Milwaukee over the 4th of July, and my husband's cousin is really fit, and he's done like 3 or 4 Ironmans and like has done so many different competitive bike races and stuff. And he said that with how much I've lost and how in shape and how fit I'm getting, that I could probably do a sprint even this year. And I was looking at what that entailed, and I'm like, you're crazy. I don't think I could. But the more I thought about it, if I got the swimming down, I probably could do a sprint triathlon yet this year. The only thing is the sprint triathlon that is in town here is the same day that I already signed up to do a color dash. So that's not going to work. So Minocqua, which is just a little bit north of where I live, it has a triathlon every fall. The one that is coming up is this Saturday, actually. So I'm thinking about going as a spectator just to watch and see how it's done. But I'm going to do the full Olympic one next year, I decided, on August 8th. And you know how 8's my favorite number, so it was kind of like a sign saying, okay, this is it. You can do this. You can train. But I'm going to do the full Olympic one, not the sprint. So that means it's a 1,500 meter swim. So it's just under a mile swim, a 40-kilometer bike ride. So that's like almost 25 miles of a bike ride, and then a 10-kilometer run. So 6.2-mile run. So being able to run 5 miles right now without stopping, that's encouraging. 25 miles on a bike, I'm not worried about. I can crank that out, no problem. But the swimming is going to be the biggest thing for me. I am not a swimmer. I never fully learned how to swim. Taking swimming lessons as a kid, all it did was show me really how to save myself. And, I'd always swim just for fun. I didn't learn any of the proper forms. I didn't learn any of the strokes. I know how to tread water. I know how to get from point A to B. It's not efficient. It's not effective. But hey, I'm learning now. I met with the aquatics director at the YMCA here in town. She gave me a private half-hour lesson the other day, gave me some things to work on. I've been working on my rhythmic breathing. I've been working on keeping a level body, so balance, so that my legs aren't too low, my head isn't too high, so that I'm streamlined. And then she's going to meet with me again next week. So I've got some different things that I've been working on with that. But yeah, the other thing too is that the YMCA is going to be having a swimming challenge this fall, starting on September 1st, and it goes through February 1st. So it's the 100-mile swim club for the YMCA of the Northwoods. And the goal is to swim 100 miles in that time span, and then you get a t-shirt, medal, and then you get to be recognized, and they do a photo and display, and they announce the people who have made it through. So I'm going to do that. I need to come up with some kind of nickname that will show up on the progress board. So if any of you guys have some suggestions on a cute nickname for my swimming nickname, that'd be much appreciated. I'm having a hard time coming up with something. Being a brand new person with swimming, I want something that fits where I'm at. So if you guys have some ideas, that'd be great. So yeah, so I'm going to be training for the See Me Triathlon, the full one for Minocqua of next year. A lot of you are going to the Obesity Help Conference. I'm really jealous about that. I wish I could go and meet you guys. That would be a wonderful opportunity. Super excited for you guys. However, I had already signed up to do the Dirty Girl Mud Run, which is that weekend in Waukesha, Wisconsin. This will be my 4th year going. I go pretty much with my group of friends down there, and we just have a blast. It's a lot of fun. If any of you have never done a mud run, this one would be, well, if you're a girl, because it's only for girls, the Dirty Girl Mud Run. This would be a great one for you to try because it's non-competitive, it's not timed, it's just obstacle courses. You go at your own pace. It's so much fun. They have people that take pictures of you along the way. I'll put a picture, well, I have a little clip of 3 different pictures of me from last year that I'll put in it now so you can see what I looked like last year when I did it, when I was... Oh, I don't even remember what I weighed last year. I was over 300 pounds last year when this picture was done. But yeah, and then the week after that, so the Dirty Girl weekend is the 16th, and then the 23rd, that Saturday, I am signed up to do a Color Dash 5K here in Rhinelander, and then the proceeds from that go to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So I've got 2 big weekends of exercise coming up, and then after that is back to school. So teachers go back for in-service on August 26th. So that's why I've kind of been pushing myself to get as much in at the Y as I can. Like I said, I've been kind of doing bricks. Bricks are when you stack different activities. It's a triathlon term. So like I'll swim and then I'll go for a bike ride, or I will run and then I'll swim, or like I'm going back to back with different events from the triathlon just to get my body used to that. But thankfully I have a whole year to train because I need to learn how to swim. I need to be able to swim a mile nonstop. Well, technically it doesn't have to be nonstop because they will have people in kayaks there that if you get in trouble or distress, you can either float on your back, roll over and float on your back, or you can hang onto the side of a kayak to catch your breath if you need to. So that's a little bit more reassuring because the lake that they're having this on is a really deep lake. It's Clear Lake in Minocqua. So yeah, I need to learn how to swim in open water yet too. It's kind of overwhelming when you think about all the things that I have to learn, but if you don't challenge yourself, you don't change yourself. So I'm finding ways to continue to change myself. Speaking of change, I just had finished watching Becky Kennedy's little clip she made about how she's scared of change and how she doesn't want to change after her surgery. And I wrote on her thing saying it's inevitable. I am not the same person I was a year ago. But I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad that I have more confidence, and I'm glad that I am becoming an athlete and that I am making healthier choices, and I'm putting myself first instead of last, making myself a priority. Those are all important things, and you are going to change. You aren't going to be the same person, but as long as you're becoming a better version of yourself, then that's fine. I think more people should be proud of the changes that they're making and acknowledge that they are becoming a better person. So you will too, Becky. You will. So some other people that I've been thinking about a lot lately, VSG Walter, of course. I didn't write on your page after watching your video. I just did not have the words to share with you about it, but just know that I'm thinking of you and that my heart goes out to you. I lost my dad to cancer in 2009, and I still miss him and think about him all the time. So I can only imagine what you're feeling, but I relate. I understand. And that also makes me think of Tina too, with her dad not being well and with her being with him right now. Just thinking about you guys. It's hard, and I look at all of my aunts and uncles and their health, and that's one of the main reasons I finally decided to have the VSG surgery, was being in such poor health and carrying all this extra weight and knowing what it was doing to myself, and only being 35 years old and already having all those health issues, and looking ahead and what was ahead of me and knowing that that's not what I wanted. So it was time to make a change. Okay, happy time. Speaking of happy, it's going to be Lindsay's birthday tomorrow, Fly Girl, so happy birthday to you. I know you've already been kind of celebrating this week with your Kit Kat bar and regretting that afterwards, and I can relate to that because I've been kind of bad this week and let some chocolate slip back into my diet, so I think I'm going to do the 5-day pouch test or something just to reset myself because I've been letting some bad things slip back in. But yeah, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Lindsay, happy birthday to you. So now you can't say that no one sang to you. Haha. So yeah, Molly's doing a triathlon soon. She invited me to come down. I'm like, I can't come all the way down to do that one. But yeah, between seeing Katie do her sprint and then Molly training for her triathlon, I'm like, okay, I need to do one too. I can do it. I just have to focus, do small goals to get myself up to the endurance that I need to do that. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm trying to think who else to... Oh, I also wanted to thank Scott, Gastric Tiger, for recommending the Veggetti thing where you have like a small skinny side and a larger side, and you can make your vegetables into different types of spaghetti type noodles. I tried one and it worked really well. I used a zucchini and used it to have in place of pasta for when we had pasta the other night. While the boys and my husband had pasta, I had my zucchini, but it works. It tasted okay. Trying to think if there's anything else to mention. Had my CPR and AED training last week, just a refresher course. Let me just check. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Oh, my Jamberry nail party was a huge success. Today they're closing the order. I've had these same nails on for over 2 weeks and they still look great. The only problem is you can see how much my nails have grown since I applied them. Like the part closest to the cuticle is really starting to show, but I think I'll take these off and put some new ones on as a reward when I get to my 130th workout. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you too. So 130, well, whatever. I bought a new bike helmet. My other one was really old and beat up and it didn't really fit properly. So that's going to be one of my workout rewards coming up. And then I also bought some swim goggles and a swim cap. So that'll be another one of my workout reward goals too. So I've already purchased those even though I didn't hit those workouts yet, but I'll make sure to keep track of that. Oh, and if any of you are swimmers and can have some suggestions on how to not get lines in your eyes from your goggles underneath, because like I never used to have these lines underneath and they make me look so tired. Yeah, and it's from my swim goggles. So if you guys have any suggestions on that. Yeah, longer video. I apologize. Hopefully you guys made it through all the way. Thank you for all of you who are watching my videos and supporting me and taking the time to comment and cheer me on. I do truly, really appreciate it. So thank you. And remember to keep finding ways to challenge yourself. Because if you don't find ways to challenge yourself, you're not going to see any change. So much love to you guys. And I will check in again in a couple days when I get to my 130th workout for the year. So see you then. Bye.